In this video, my thoughts and opinions on the newest 2022 guitar releases, at least the ones that resonated with me enough to talk about. Starting with the Ernie Ball Music Man Kaizen in collaboration with Tosin Abasi, which is what I felt made the biggest splash in NAMM 2022. And if anything else, I feel this guitar is something new, and there isn't a lot of new in the guitar industry. Maybe new from a business side, like on-demand manufacturing or the shift of popularity in a certain specification, but this guitar has a lot of potential to be disruptive in the progressive guitar playing niche. First, you have the infinity radius, which changes the high point of the radius on the fretboard, so bends will feel a little different. Then you have the heat-treated pickup technology, which historically there hasn't been a lot of change in pickup technology. You had like the humbucker and then active pickups and then the Fishman Fluence. Then it has gearless tuners, so you don't have like traditional tuning pegs on the headstock, and you eliminate the play between the gears on the tuners. And the fan is a little bit different. So you have the Gibson scale length to 24 3/4 to 25 1/2. So it'll have a little bit more of a slinkier feel compared to other multi-scales on the market, which is something I would prefer. And I like that it's a bolt-on with good high fret access sculpted in the back of the body of the guitar. I like the general look of it, and I like the choice of woods, but there is a mini humbucker in the neck position, which will be a little bit rolled back on the output and have a little bit more bite to the pick attack, rather than the big, bloomy, bold sound of a traditional neck humbucker, and I don't know if I like that yet. And while we're on the topic of Ernie Ball, the new Jason Richardson Majora Purple, I think this color looks absolutely amazing. It's kind of hard to do purple and gold and not look so ostentatious, but it keeps it classy, and I like the deviation from the ebony fretboard to the roasted flame maple. Just an amazing looking guitar. Next, BC Rich did a limited edition Stranger Things guitar. Even if you have never seen the show, this thing screams 80s, which I think is awesome because BC Rich pretty much ruled the 80s metal scene. The show pays homage to the decade, and it's nice to know that the guitar was not underrepresented like it is most of the time in TV and movies. Comes in two versions and two flavors. You have a black or red crackle in a custom shop or a budget model. The biggest differences on the custom shop, you have a black painted back of the neck versus the maple. You have a collar tremolo versus the Floyd Rose. And then you have Seymour Duncan pickups versus just BC Rich house-made pickups. Next is the Abasi Concepts Emi, which I think is a very good looking double cut creation. It's my understanding that these will come in different pickup configurations, but not come in multi-scale. So if you're team multi-scale, you will be geared more towards the Lorada still, but this will come in batches similar to the Lorada's Master Series. Lots of new guitars from Ibanez. I'm happy to see Kiko Loureiro has a new model. It's a little bit of that 2000s guitar look with the rosewood fretboard. I wish it was ebony. Joe Satriani has the Gold Boy, which I just wish has 24 frets. Then the new powdered blue Pia I think looks pretty good. But most of all, something that I've mentioned in one of my other videos that I've been waiting for is the new Jake Bowen model, the JBM 9,999 or 99.99, whatever it's called, but whatever it is, it's the perfect combination of Ibanez's stupid naming system and Jake Bowen's deadpan sense of humor. Jake Bowen is sporting a brand new set of pickups. Hasn't been confirmed DiMarzio, but I imagine they are, and it's my guess these will be more geared towards the basswood body versus the mahogany family that he was using before. He got rid of the toenail clipping on the 12th for the inlay. It's this, what I think is pretty cool, triangle design. Then you have a fixed Gibraltar probe bridge, lots of sustain there, and the biggest, coolest thing, the 27 frets, which are nickel. They are not stainless steel, but you have a Japanese-made instrument, so it will still be good quality. Next, I want to talk about Aaron Marshall's new signature Schecter. It has a really cool metallic color. arch top, basswood body, wenge neck, perfectly sculpted neck joint for the bolt-on, and the pickup selector is in the right place. Personally, I've never been a huge fan of Schecter's guitars, but this is spec'd how I would spec a modern guitar, and it's very similar to the Juggernauts, which I currently have 3 of, so it would be more the same for me, but I think from a market perspective it will do really good for the price range, and I'm happy for Aaron Marshall and for Intervals fans to be able to obtain this guitar. Moving on to Matt Heafy's signature Epiphone Les Paul Origins. I want to preface with I love Les Pauls. I have and have owned many Les Pauls, and I did my intermediate learning of playing guitar with Les Pauls, but later transitioned for 24 frets, lighter weight, and a different bridge. Therefore, it's frustrating as a Trivium and Trivium type music fan and being limited. The Prophecy series of Epiphone guitars had satin necks, 24 frets, Fishman pickups, and was under $1,000. The Brendan Small signature Ghost Horse had flame maple top, Floyd Rose, 24 frets, satin back of the neck, still came with a case, under $1,000. This one starts at $1,100, probably because of the gold hardware. The other thing Matt Heafy preaches about playing the same guitars his fans can buy, which is awesome, but he's 90% of the way there, because I've noticed he's been playing the Evertune bridges, and this guitar does not come with an Evertune bridge. I guess I can't be that mad, because it is easy enough to get one installed, and it does add a considerable amount of weight. I'm less frustrated at the 7-string version because it is 25.5-inch scale length. And lastly, I want to mention the Lizzie Hale signature Explorerbird. I don't know why it's called that way. It's just a Firebird headstock on an Explorer. Dave Mustaine's new signature Gibson isn't called the Flying V Plorer because it has an Explorer headstock on a Flying V, but I'll let that go because I think it's a very classy, very cool looking guitar, and under $3,000 is actually pretty good nowadays. And that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments section if there's a guitar I mentioned in particular that you like, or there's something in 2022 that you're in high anticipation for. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.